As the solo gets longer and longer, you can build a little bit more, put more notes in. If you're excited or curious about how to play a jazz ballad as a piano player, then this is a good video for you. No matter what level you're at, you can probably pick something up from this video. We're going to analyze a recent recording that I did of Stardust. It is definitely a great jazz ballad. There are three fundamental things that you need to remember when playing a jazz ballad. Number one, cover the melody. It's absolutely the most important thing. Number two, play it rubato style. If you're playing solo piano, it gives you the time to speed up, slow down, give the tune a lot of emotion. And number three, make contrast between the different types of chords. Go from simple chords to more dissonant chords and back. Dissonance, resolve, dissonance, resolve. Let's jump right in and listen to the performance of Stardust, and I'll talk you through it as we go. So just right off the bat, you hear we go from simple chords. These are raised two voicings. If you don't know what a raised two voicing is, look in the top right-hand corner of this video and you'll see a link to learn more about raised two voicings. And then they move to dissonance, that F7 sharp 11 chord. One more time. Some inner voice movement moving down there. Notice it slows right down, then picks up speed. Think about turnarounds. If we listen to that turnaround one more time, it's a 3-6-2-5 using tritone substitutions. So for example, E minor 11th, and of course we are talking about right here, E minor 11th, and then this is a tritone substitution, and the same thing here. That's a 2 minor 7 chord going to the 5-7, but using the tritone substitutions. Let's quickly listen to that. Back to the top. See, it slowed right down. Pick up speed again. Back to our raised two voicings. I think that's an interesting place to point out that you can use simple cadences. This is basically a sustain chord. This is basically a sus chord going to 1. Simple. So it's doing the raised two voicing here. And then it picks up here with chordal voicings. Let's listen to that. There's our nice raised two voicing again, going very dissonant with a sharp 11 chord. Now, I don't have the rest of it transcribed, but we're still going to walk you through it and point out some interesting things. So now we're into the head. That was the verse. Always important to play the verse more rubato, but even when you get to the head, we're still solo piano, so still keep things rubato. Notice I threw a little blues in there. Still sticking to the melody though. Inner voices. So let's play that. Notice how just moving one note from the D to the E flat, making it a G7 sharp 5 chord, just has a really nice sound. That's really nice. You've got inner movement there going up to the next chord. One more time. Up to 2 minor 7, to 3 minor 7, to 6. Okay, let's go back and listen to it. Pause, next phrase. Little blues. Now you'll hear that left hand go, just going down the scale leading to the next phrase. Throw in a little left hand soloing there. Notice the tenths in the left hand, making it sound much more full. I need to make a bigger deal out of that section. The reason why that sounds good is because the right hand melody is going up while the bass is going down. So it's contrary motion or counterpoint. Notice when you hit this chord, it's got that tenth in the bass. Gives it a really nice sound. And then a little bit of inner movement. Let's go back and listen to it again. That counterpoint. Here. Pick up speed and then slow down for the chord. Here's our nice cadence again. Now we're into the solo section. So some things that you need to do with the solo section is it's more in time than the head. You'll notice that I start to play time. Now it's still slow and it does slow down and speed up here and there, but mostly it's in time, and that's what good jazz players do. They try to make nice melodies and soloing in the right hand out of good time. Now the left hand is kind of playing a slow stride thing. For example, we're going into the tune, and the first chord, you're playing the root. So the left hand plunked down a root and then played a chord up here, like that. Plunk down chord, and then go up the scale. Let's go back and listen to the end of the head first before we get into the solo. One more time. You can start to hear time coming into it. That little stride in the left hand. Nice little chromatics there. So sometimes you're going back and forth between chords and soloing. All I'm doing there is spelling the chords. So D minor 7. So 9, 7, 5, 3. And then the tritone substitution of G7. playing a sharp 11 in the right hand. Makes a nice sound. Let's go back and repeat that. Hear it one more time. There it is. Notice I've got lots of trills. Those are just chromatics leading to the actual note that I want to make a big deal out of in the solo. You may have heard things like that in soloing before. Basically what you're doing is you're playing an octave in the right hand. So this is the octave, and you're using chromatics and then holding a note down. You're going to hold that B down and then just trill on the upper two notes with 1 and 5 fingers. Let's go back and hear that again. A lot of blues here, just blues lines. That's just sidestepping using the tritone substitution leading back to 1. Now I'm playing block chords. A little more in time. Just scales. You can hear the melody creep back in. There's the lines going apart again. Right hand goes up, left hand goes down. Those are really nice things to do if you're heading back to the beginning of the tune. Basically, all you're doing is a 2-5-1, but you're arpeggiating or playing block chords. And then the tritone substitution. I didn't play it obviously exactly like that, but let's go hear it again. Hear that it changes midstream to more dissonance. Hear the triplets in there, in that line. Little bebop line there. You can hear lots of grace notes in there. There's grace notes, grace notes. Playing an A blues scale over D7. Lots of triplets there in that line. Little Bill Evans right there. Sixteenth notes. Sidestepping, really nice. More sidestepping. And of course, as the solo gets longer and longer, you can build a little bit more, put more notes in. Jumping around the piano quite a bit more. Quote the melody. So that was interesting. Basically what I did there was I went up the piano in some type of arpeggio, then I played the melody way up here, and then continued the melody a little bit lower on the piano, getting back into the head. Let's hear that again. Here's the arpeggio going up, a little bit of block chords, arpeggio, melody, way high. Now come back down and play our raised two voicings. Let's skip through to the end because I'm just basically repeating the head section. Let's go from here. Let that last chord just ring. Hold your hands down, keep the pedal down, let the whole piano just vibrate with that resonance. Notice how long I hold it for. Still going. And then finally just let it up slowly. Okay, what I did at the end there was I went from the flat 5, so we're heading to C major. It's the last chord. Here. So we're starting here on flat 5. Play 4 minor, and then 3 minor, and then the tritone substitution of A7, which is E flat, 2, 5, tritone, and just let that chord ring out for as long as your keyboard or your piano will do it. Let me put a link to the sheet music that we did in the verse. You can go and download that. It's absolutely free to do that. So go ahead and grab that. If you have any questions about specific things that I did in the solo, you want to dive into it a little bit further, basically just pick the time of the video that it happens and ask me whatever you like, and I'll try to explain it a little bit further, either in response to your comment and or make a video about that specific thing. Hope you had some fun in this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to subscribe, hit the little bell, and we'll let you know about all the upcoming videos that we're making, including videos like this one where I talk a little bit more about bebop.